Hey, Flosstube! Remember me? I'm Betsy, Birdstitchercolorado. It's been, let's see, I didn't do a Flosstube in February or March. I think the last one I did was January, the beginning of January, the first or second week of January. Anyway, I kept thinking I want to do a video, and I don't know if you all do this, those of you who also do Flosstube, you think about all the things that you need to do in order to produce the perfect video, right? You know you do it. I can see you. We all do it. As a result, I didn't record because I didn't have everything together perfectly to do the perfect Flosstube. So I'm driving home today. Oh, the other thing is my husband is always home, and tonight he's not. He's actually at his voice lesson. So that's the other thing. So I'm driving home thinking, oh, I want to do a Flosstube. I've been wanting to do it. Now's my opportunity because Scott's not home. And I thought, I don't have my list. I don't have all of the goodies that I've acquired since January, since I last recorded. I don't have it all organized. And I thought, you know what? I'm just talking myself out of it. So here we go. No notes. I'm here in my newly organized craft room. You can see my themes don't really match. I have two Southwestern pieces that I stitched in the 90s. And then I've got this Prairie Schooler that I did in 1994. So they don't really match, but I'll change them out. And I've got my sewing machine set up over here. I've got a bookshelf behind where the camera is. I don't want to spin the camera and make you all dizzy. But anyway, here we go. And I'm a little sweaty. It's warm outside, but I closed the window because I didn't want my neighbors to hear me do a Flosstube. And I also didn't want you to hear all of the screaming kids in the neighborhood. It's only about 5:30, but it's still nice out. Anyway, what a long-winded explanation. And really, who cares about any of that? A lot of exciting things have happened in the cross-stitch world in the last couple months. And I have been watching Flosstube, and in the beginning of the year, I wanted to make more comments on people's videos because I know how much I enjoy comments on videos I put out. And I started out really well, and then I fell off the wagon. But I've been watching all of you. I just enjoy every single Flosstube that I watch. And so even though if I don't comment, know that I am watching you and that I appreciate all of the sharing that you do. And that's what motivates me. And that's what's motivating me to come put this video out, regardless of how much of a mess it is. But, so what have I been stitching? I've been stitching a lot. My arthritis in my thumb has really been bothering me, so I haven't been knitting very much. So as a result, I've been doing a lot of cross stitching. I've been rotating, but I've kind of narrowed down my what I'm working on right now. I've got my wheel of, I wanted to say my wheel of fortune. My wheel, you know, the wheel that you push, tiny decisions, that's what it is. So I have that, and I've got a list. Actually, I can tell you what is on that. I'm going to be doing a lot of bending over because everything's on the floor. And I'm not apologizing. Too many of us apologize. There's nothing to apologize for, right? Okay, so the whips that I am working on right now in my Tiny Decisions wheel, and we'll talk about that and how I cheat in a minute. Okay, these are the current whips and I'm going to show you my progress on. Houses of Hawk Run Hollow. I have finished the first block and I've started the second one. Sunflower Farm. That's a Kathy Barrick. I'll go through the details of what these are. My Day Complete. Oh no, that's not a work in progress. That's one that I need to start. Never mind. Nevermore Quaker sampler. I started that thanks to Jen Lee of Corks and Stitches. Matter's Choice, another one that was enabled by Jen Lee. Brick House Sampler, Mount Vernon Christmas, Where Hearts Rest, and the Cat Sampler. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are in my current rotation for April. And so I'm going to show you those right now. Those are the works in progress that I've been working on for the last couple months. Some of them I've started, I actually started in March. So here they are in no particular order. This is what I was working on today. So I'm pulling this out. It is Heartstring Samplery, the Cat Sampler, because Hamilton. If you don't know that reference, you have to look at my last video. I don't know if she'll come running in here now. She wants to play, and so she's aggravated that I'm not playing with her. Okay, and this is my progress. I need to change the needle minder or get some white out and paint colors so that it looks like my Hamilton. But I love it. I believe it's everything that's called for. This is, if I didn't say it, it's Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. And this is the house. Oh, it's so much fun. I know some people don't like houses, and sometimes I don't either, but lately, I don't know, it's kind of meditative. So that's my progress. I was working on that last night and today because I spun the wheel and it told me to do it, and I actually followed that. Okay, true confessions. How many of you spin the wheel more than once because it lands on a project you don't want to work on? Raise your hand. My life is an open book. I have no secrets. Oh, I hear jingling. Hamilton, you want to come in? Are you going to be... Well, hello. Hi. Okay, I just have to pick her up. She might be a little mad. Hi. Oh, yes, here she is. Say hi, Hamilton. Say hi, Flosstube world. She says, I love stitching with my mommy. And I'm a very good girl. Even when I cuddle up on the pattern and mommy can't see it. You saying hi? I love when she does that. She puts her paw in my mouth. Okay, have you had enough? I'll play with you when I'm finished recording. That's a good girl. She's sitting on my, maybe she'll sit on my lap. Yeah, I'm gonna be bending over a little. Okay, that was Hamilton. I love this cat. I took her to the vet on Saturday because we went away last weekend. She's fine. We went away last weekend to visit my mother-in-law in Baltimore. And so we had a cat sitter come over and stay with her. We don't have someone just pop in. They have to spend the night and spend time with her. And I realized that I could leave a number of a vet, but the vet wouldn't know her because she's never been. We got her from a shelter and she's all up to date on everything. Anyway, so I talked to my daughter-in-law and son and my son, and they take my granddog to a veterinarian here in town. So I made an appointment and I took her in on Saturday because she has gingivitis, they said at the shelter. So I had her checked out for that and just to meet the vet so the vet could know who Hamilton was if we ever needed her. And she was such a good girl. She was the perfect patient. The vet said her heart wasn't even racing. She's so chill. She did not like the thermometer up her butt. But can you blame her? I can't. She didn't even squeal or anything, but you could tell she did not like it. Anyway, we got water drops, things to put in her water for to help with the gingivitis. And I haven't tried it yet, but we got a little toothbrush and some toothpaste, so yeah. Anyway, okay. The next work in progress, and I haven't worked on this much lately, is Mount Vernon Christmas. A Mount Vernon Christmas by Plum Street. And Melissa, my local stitchy friend, she and Jen have a Flosstube, K&J Stitches. I think they just put one out. I gotta watch it tonight. She lent this to me, and I want to get it done to give it back to her because I think Jen wants to stitch it as well. So even though I'm not really stitching any of my winter stuff, I do want to get this done. Although, sorry, Jen, this is all I've done. I'm doing the white house first to get that over with. But it's very pretty. Okay. And my next whip is, I think I can blame this on Lost in Floss, Leanne and Barb. I think they both stitched it, if I'm not mistaken. I know Leanne did. It's called Where Hearts Rest by Brenda Gervais. And there, you see it. Okay, here's a question for you, Leanne and or Barb, if you're watching, or anybody else who has stitched this. This calls for Mountain Mist, Gentle Arts, I think, Mountain Mist. And the DMC conversion of that is green. This bird is blue. So what's up with that? I think I'm gonna substitute something because I want a blue, kind of bluish bird. And I've been going to town. This is one of my most recent starts, and I posted this on Instagram. I just did it all weekend, this past weekend, 24-hour cross stitch. I did 6 hours, which is still good. And this is all I worked on. Even though I wanted to work on other things, I just couldn't stop. Has that ever happened to you? Okay. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's addictive. It's on 28 count. It's the called for threads. It's a 28 count Jobelin. Mudslide is the color. It's the Color and Cotton Monthly Floss Club, which I am really enjoying. Excuse me. Oh. Does anybody else make sounds when they move? Or am I the only one? Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. The fabric is beautiful, the colors are beautiful, and not only am I enjoying stitching it, but I want the finished object. So that's whip number 3. And whip number 4. I'm doing this, actually I started this on another fabric and I didn't like it. I don't remember why. So I decided that I would do this project on Ada. It's 16 count. I'm looking down while I'm talking to you. Isn't that rude? You could see my grays. I'm sorry. I started this on, I think 28 count 1/1, and I just didn't really like how it was looking. So I decided to do a 16 count Ada that I got at my local stitching shop about 8 months ago by Picture This Plus. I believe the color is Oaken, but don't hold me to that. Anyway, it is the Brick House Sampler by Brenda Gervais. Isn't that? I bought this pattern about a year ago and just recently went back to a stitching shop and got the flosses, and I love it. And it's good for traveling. I took it with me to Baltimore because I don't need a magnifier, and I'm actually stitching in hand on this one. I use Q-snaps on all of my stitching, but this one I can stitch in hand. And I'm starting with the outline of the house and the window, windows, or as my mother-in-law says, winda. Do any of you from Baltimore say winda? Here's another one. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. 3 syllables. My mother-in-law says tamar. I was born in Baltimore. I went to grad school in Baltimore, so even though I grew up in New Jersey, I can make fun of Baltimore too. Baltimore and New Jersey. Tamar. So I was joking with my husband. We make fun of her all the time. And that song from Annie, you know, the sun'll come out tomorrow. We were singing, the sun'll come out tomorrow. I cracked myself up. Whip number 4. And I do love my mother-in-law, for the record. Whoops, this came out of my other bag. Okay, this is in the bag that Jenny made me, my stitching buddy in Arvada, made me this beautiful bird bag. I know I'm not talking about the other bags. I bought them from various vendors, and they're beautiful, but you know, when I have a special bag that either someone made for me and gave to me, I'm gonna mention it. Because I think they deserve it, right? For being so kind. Okay, warning, obscenity warning. My needle minder here says a bad word. So if it bothers you, look away. This is Sunflower Farm. Now this one is part of the sampler, no, Spring Green in Wisconsin. The Country Sampler, it's their club. I rejoined it this year, but last year they had 4 designers. Every 3 months or so you got a kit, and this was, I think, the 3rd one, Sunflower Farm. And as soon as I got it, I went to town on it. Kathy Barrick, she's just, I love her designs. And this is where I am. And it came in the kit, so everything is called for. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm really looking forward to putting the bird on the top. All right, next up in my rotation is, oh, okay, I was talking about Baltimore earlier. Edgar Allan Poe is from Baltimore, was from Baltimore, and is buried in a cemetery at my law school where I graduated in Baltimore. So it was really cool on Halloween. We always had really cool Halloween parties around his grave. It was built in a courtyard kind of thing, and I don't know if they moved it at some point and that's how he wound up there, because it's not like he's in a graveyard, but anyway, it's pretty cool. So I'm telling you about that. You're asking yourselves, why is Betsy going on about Edgar Allan Poe? Because my brain is working faster than my mouth sometimes. Okay, this is the chart. And I blame Jen Lee on this. Lila's Studio, Nevermore. Oh, is that? Oh, I love it. Gosh, now I want to work on this after I'm recording. Beautiful. And I am stitching it. I haven't done very much, and it's really wrinkly. Oh, here's another cat needle minder. But I've done the top corner. I don't usually start up there. I usually start in the middle, but because of this geometric design, I didn't want to start in the middle and go out because I wasn't sure if it would all match up, so I wanted to start with that. And I am going to tell you the fabric in a minute. See, I told you if I had made a list and everything, I would never have gotten this recorded. It is 40 count Feldspar Newcastle linen fabric by Picture This Plus. 40 count. I just think it's beautiful. I think it's the called for because it's a bluish. I'm not that adventurous, I usually pick white, off-white, tan, unless the pattern calls for something specific that is a different color than the browns and the tans. So, I really want to work on that. All right. Another Jen Lee enabled project, Matter's Choice. I'm doing the small one, although the color, you'll see what colors I'm using, but I'm doing the smaller one. And the reason is that I only have one skein of the silk. And I guess I'm not very patient. So I started that. And this is the called for fabric. Oh, where's the needle? And all my fabric is wrinkled. I'm not as much of a perfectionist, I guess, as some people who put it on a board with clips. I love looking at those. They're beautiful. If I did that though, I would never end up recording because I would freak out and just have spent way too much time thinking about all that I had to do to get it that way. But that's the side of it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. That is on 40 count autumn gold linen by Lakeside. So I want to work on that too. I just heard Princess Hamilton meowing. I know she has food. Her litter box is clean. She just wants mommy to play. Okay. Oh, excuse me. No, that's the wrong one. Did I miss something? Hold on. I should learn to edit. Oh, here's Weeks Dye Work Olive. I don't know which project that goes with. Okay, this is the last whip that I have. It's a beauty. Houses of Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, I guess I should have shown you the pattern first. But I finished the first block, started the second, and I actually used the wrong color for part of the box of the outline. I grabbed the wrong one, but I'm keeping it because I can. And mine will be unique. But I love that. I love how it came out. I think I'm gonna work on this tonight for reels because I love it. I love all of them. This is Houses of Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm doing it in silks. Yeah. It was a lot, but I'm putting all the time into it. It's an investment piece, and I will get that professionally framed, definitely. Okay. Sorry, I'm picking up stuff from the floor. So those are the projects that I'm working on when I do the tiny decisions. Like I said, if it lands on something and I'm not really into doing it, I'll just spin it again or just do what I was doing the day before. I don't really have any rules about, spinning it daily. Sometimes I'll do it for a couple of days, the same project. As I said back in January, regarding the Stitch 9 challenge. I just have to stitch what I want when I want, or it's not any fun. So, but I do admire all of you who have set goals and you know what you're going to work on and you know what you want to finish. So, because I started so many of those this year, I don't have really, I don't have any FOs. I have one FFO, but it's kind of a temporary FFO. I'm going to put it in another frame or do another thing with it, but I'm going to show you that right now. I'm so proud of it. I did Strawberry Fields Forever. I don't have the pattern handy, but I think you all have seen it. It's by Blackbird Designs. I did it 1/1 on 28 count Lugana. And you can see there's a big space there. So I think I'm going to take it out of the frame. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I may just keep it on the board until I do all the other pieces that are in the Magical Mystery Tour series. I recently got my grubby little hands on every single pattern. I think there's 6. So I might wait till I finish them all. I was watching Kathy to Dye House, excuse me, and she is also doing the series. She just finished Yellow Submarine, and oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And she is gonna wait to FFO them until they're all finished so that she can have like a cohesive collection, and I like that idea. So it's in this frame temporarily just because, you know, I wanted to display it on my dresser. But it's beautiful, I think. So you may recall, if you saw my last video, I had started that on Weeks Dye Works, 36 count. And I hated it. It is so loose. It was so loose, and I just didn't enjoy stitching on it. And I did probably more than half. And I offered to send it to whoever was the first person to comment that they wanted to do it. And I sent it off to Vicki Kessler. She was the first one. And then there were so many of you afterwards who said you would gladly finish it. And I don't know if I commented on every one of your comments, but I meant to. I just thought, oh, I'll be recording again soon and I'll just let everybody know. But of course, that didn't happen. Anyway, Vicki finished it, and it is gorgeous. She has it in a frame. It's just beautiful. Go check her out. Her name is Vicki Kessler. I don't know her Instagram handle off the top of my head. But I think if you just search her name on Instagram, you'll be able to find her. It's beautiful. Anyway, thank you, Vicki. And thanks to all of you who offered to finish it. I really appreciated it. So that's it for my finish. Now, normally when I finish something, I will send the chart to Pass the Stash. But I'm going to hold off because I think I may wait and do all of the series first and then do a Pass the Stash as a unit, as all of the patterns together. If I change my mind, then I'll pass it sooner, but I think that's what I'm going to do for all of the Beetle fans out there. They're really, some of them are pretty hard to get, but yeah, it's fun. All right, so what are my plans? Am I going to do Stitch Mania? I don't know. The jury's still out on that. I don't mind having a lot of whips going at one time. In fact, I probably have about 16 right now, which I know isn't a lot to some, to others it's a lot. But I don't, I want to finish a lot of what I've already started. So I may do some kind of mania contest where in my own head, I have goals set up to finish things by a certain date. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted. I am on Instagram, and I do try and post pictures of what I'm working on there. So look there. I'm Birdstitchercolorado, on Instagram, and you'll see what I decide to do, because I know you're all on the edge of your seats waiting to know what I'm doing for Stitch Mania. But here are my plans for what I want to start in May. Okay. Shakespeare's Peddler by Teresa Vanetti. I think that's how you say her name, Vanette. Jenny Bean and Friends is what it's called. Oh, I have it all. I have the fabric, which is 32 count Abacadarian. I don't have the floss yet, so I need to get the floss. But isn't that gorgeous? I love it. That's definitely going to be started. Little House Needleworks, Needleworker. Got to start that. I have the floss and the pattern. I will probably pick fabric from my stash. And Kathy Barrick, My Day Complete. Oh, there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm doing it in silk because I have it all kitted. Do I? Let's see. Yep. I have everything ready to go. So that will be a start in May. And then, now there'll probably be more than this as I go through my patterns and charts and whatnot, but this is definitely what I'm going to start. The Owl from The Primitive Hare. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. And yes, I bought the fabric. Anne Boleyn. I got this at a stitching shop, my local needlework store here in Denver, and isn't that gorgeous? By the way, if you're admiring my nails, you can thank Jen Upton, because she sells Color Street. And I just love them. They're so much fun. I just put this on today. They're sparkly and very orange. Orange, as they say in Baltimore. Okay, so those are my plans for May. And the last thing, oh, I am just all over the place. What a mess. I need to pause this, and I'm going to try and see if I can edit 2 videos together. If not, this is going to be part 1, and then I'll film a part 2. I'm back. I'm an idiot. The My Day Complete that I said I was going to do, I'm still going to do it, but I have already put it in a bag that I want to mention because it's a very special bag. In fact, I received 2 very special bags. From who? Or is it from whom? I'll give you a hint. Her name rhymes with Cheryl McKinney. She sent me this beautiful card, and she even said on it to give an ear scratch to Hamilton, which I've done. What a beautiful note. And she sent me 2 project bags because she's a sweetheart and she knows I love birds. Look at that. By the way, Cheryl is Tranquil Stitches on Flosstube, and if you haven't watched her, she just celebrated her 1st year Flossiversary, Go check her out. She's the sweetest person on the planet. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at the inside fabric. Purple polka dots. And I have to put it on now. If you order bags from Cheryl, do not throw the package away until you pull out a little package wrapped in bubble wrap, which is the zipper finder. It's not a zipper pull, it's a zipper finder, and she wraps those separately. So make sure you know, if you order a bag from her. But is that not adorable? Okay, so that's not enough for Cheryl. She has to send me another one with birds. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna put one of my new May starts that I showed you, I'm gonna put in here. I haven't decided which one yet. And the gorgeous green fabric. And here's the, oh, I'm gonna put it on. I just unwrapped the bubble wrap from it before I started filming. Is that, oh, look at the little bird. Cheryl, you're too much. I love it, love it. So my day complete is living in that one I just showed you. And I think I'll put Needleworker in the beautiful purple and cream color bag. Thank you, Cheryl. Also, Vicki Kessler, who I told you about earlier, finished the Strawberry Fields Forever. She's so sweet. She sent me, look on Instagram because I have pictures of it because it's downstairs. The kitchen towel pot holder with cats on it. And look what she made. She actually made these. Look at. Can you see that? Oh, is that? I don't know if that makes it focus or not. They're counting pins, which I need counting pins. I love them. And I don't really, I have one. So I showed you the bunny. Look at this little butterfly. Can you see that? Oh. I can't believe she makes these. I'll tell you, we are so talented. Is that? And then, oh, we did a blue kitty. Oh, thanks, Vicki. I love them. And I use them. I really do. Okay. The other thing I haven't done is organize new things that I've gotten, haul, because it's just overwhelming. It's been over 2 months since I've recorded. So a lot of what I showed you that I'm going to start in May is all new. Color and Cotton, I am a member of the Fabric Club, and I have all those fabrics put away. I did I don't know if it's called the neutrals, but it's the earth tone ones, the light neutrals. Duh. But I'm also a member of the Garon Totten Bags Club, Bag of the Month. And I do have several of their grime guards, but I'm not a member of the Grime Guard Club, but I am a member of the Bag of the Month. And here's the most recent one, April, and I do post pictures of them when I get them on Instagram. So really the best way to follow my haul is Instagram, because I do try and post when I get new things, I post it on there. But again, just the thought of trying to get everything together before I record, it's just counterproductive to getting me to actually record a video. These are so well made, and I love it. the March one. They've got Velcro on them. And in March, they sent a little mini Notions bag. Isn't that cute? So if you haven't heard of Garon Totten bags, it is Gary from the Sunshine Stitchers. Sunshine Stitchers Flosstube is Gary, EJ, and Sheila. Although Sheila is MIA the last 2 weeks. But Gary and his husband Ronnie have a business called Garon Totten Bags, and they sell grime guards and bags. And you can buy them as they post them on Facebook, or you can join the monthly club, and I highly recommend them. They're great. I think that is it. I hope I can edit these together. If not, I am going to just do a part 2, because that's what I'll do. So it was great visiting with all of you. I really am enjoying watching all of your floss tubes. Thank you for putting up with me flying by the seat of my pants, as it were. But you know, I don't judge anybody else when they say, oh, I don't have notes, I'm all over the place. I still enjoy watching you. So I figured you'd still enjoy watching me, right? So take care, everybody, and I hope to see you much sooner than 2 months. Mwah! Happy spring. Happy stitching. Bye.